And we're live. Yep. So, welcome to another live lesson. Today is going to be a very interesting one, something different than what we usually do. We're just going to give a minute or two to see if anyone joins live, and we're ready to go. So, today is all about masterclasses, and if you're a coach or a freelancer, you definitely have tried to play that game, or you're thinking of it, and this is going to be probably the most valuable lesson you can have before making that decision, because it's not all rainbows and unicorns like most of the people promise you once when they sell you their secret formula to success. So just checking here, we're all live and nice, and just that's it. Okay, dokie, guys. So I think we can start this lesson. So today it's all about how to maximize attendance on your master classes. And as I mentioned, if you're a coach, online coach, or a freelancer, there's 100% chance that you already tried to play this game, or you're playing this game at the moment, or you're thinking of running master classes. You're seeing all these ads from people telling you, oh, my masterclass formula, your masterclass formula. You probably already tried to do them. Most likely you failed, because running successful masterclasses demands so much more than getting leads, drive them to a Zoom call, chat for 40 minutes, and try to make money. That formula might work 10, 15 years ago when the internet was not saturated with big competition, but in today's ecosystem, in today's environment, that is just not gonna do it, even if you're a class celebrity. So today I'm going to talk about the biggest problem online coaches and freelancers face once they decide to use master classes as their strategy to gain leads, demonstrate expertise, and get clients from it. The biggest problem online coaches and freelancers face once they decide to run master classes is low attendance. And I've spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in running ad campaigns directly to master classes for many coaches. And some of them are celebrities, to be honest, famous TED Talk speakers, uh, very respectable coaches with a big following. And they had terrible show up rate on their master classes. The tendency was less than 10%, 15%, 5%, which is really, really a terrible number. So now, the untrained mind and the guru who try to sell you organic media will tell you, well, your leads are bad quality, or they will say your ads are just not doing a great job. Your ads are useless, or whatever, right? But that's, remember, just because they're trying to sell you their programs, right? Master classes are still one of the best strategies you can use to get leads, establish credibility and expertise, and turn ordinary visitors into long lasting clients, because long lasting clients is what matters in the end. But where do people get it wrong, right? And why do 99.99% of people who try to run master classes have terribly low attendance? So let's talk about it. Why is this happening? So I'm gonna throw now here a few things. Why is this happening? The number one is because people simply don't care about you and your offer and what you have to offer. You're just one little fish in the ocean. not in the pond, not in the lake, not in the sea, in the ocean. And people don't owe you anything, and they don't need to show up for your master classes. And I know this doesn't sound like something you want to hear, but let me elaborate on it. Let me give you more things so you can understand what I mean. The moment people sign up for your masterclass, the algorithm says, "Oh, I haven't signed up for a masterclass about how to get leads online." All right. So Ivan is interested in finding leads for his business. So what the algorithm does at that point and on, the algorithm bombards Ivan with millions of ads that sell the same shit that you have to offer. So basically means that you have probably 2 hours to take action and show to your lead that you really mean business, that you're the legit person to talk to, and to establish relationship with them. Otherwise, people just, as I said, don't care. The average person gets over 10,000 ads served on their wall on daily basis. So if you're sitting and you're hoping that people will show up, you already lost. And this is the reality, guys. I don't teach Fugazi and rainbows and unicorns, and I don't run these free lectures to lie to you and promise you rainbows and unicorns. No. The other reason you have low tendency or your master classes are failing is people are freaking busy, man. People are freaking busy, mate. Busy. They don't have time for your stuff. So you have to understand that once you decide to run a restrictive lead generation strategy, let me say that again, restrictive lead generation strategy. And what does that mean? That means that if you want to become my lead, you have to show up on Thursday at this time, on this date, and give me 1 hour of your time. That is a restrictive lead generation strategy. This is not about is it a good one or a bad one, is it working or is it not working. This is about you understanding that you're asking for too much. And once you understand that, you will be like, okay, I'm asking for too much. What can I actually do to make sure these people will show up on Thursday at that time? People are busy. They have kids, they have work, they have family. Things happen. Nobody owes you anything. That's the reason number two. Reason number three, why your attendance is so low, is because you're not reminding people the proper way. And now you will say, well, I'm sending a reminder email. But my friend, the last time I opened an email was in 2004. So if you're sending an automation email and you hope that that's a reminder and that the people will see it and show up to your event, you're misled. Like that's never going to happen. Automations are great, but it's just an email that most likely depends of how it's written and which software you're using. Most likely it's ending up in spam, right? So you cannot just do that. You're not reminding your people. And if you don't have a big following, which you don't really have, like I don't have a big following, I lost my big accounts. Even if I don't like, even if I go on social media, that's just not good enough. And just talk about the masterclass. So you're not reminding people the proper way. And we're gonna talk in a bit what the proper way is. Other reason why you're have a low tendency or low show up rate on your master classes is because your lead generation sucks. I cannot emphasize this enough. Like how many even huge following creators and coaches with fairly successful businesses do not know what real lead generation actually means and how to manage that and how to nurture those leads. And most people think like leads means, well, you sign up for my masterclass and you better show up and I'll see you on the masterclass. Like that is just not even 5% of the work you need to do So you're able to say, I'm doing lead generation the right way. All right. That's just a setup, nothing more. Another reason, which I believe is reason six, why you have low attendance on your masterclass. If you try masterclasses, they didn't work, people didn't show up, is you rely only on automations. So now, especially in this era of ChatGPT and AI, everybody's trying to sell you and coach you that, pardon, I'm a bit ill these days. Everybody's trying to coach you that here is how to do this with AI. This is how you can do this with ChatGPT. This is how blah 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 blah. More automations, more automations. Here is a disclaimer for you. Automations don't freaking work. Like, if they worked, I wouldn't be doing this right now. And if they work, you wouldn't be watching this right now. Automations are great to position you a little bit like an expert, like, hey, okay, they're sending emails, they have chatbots, they have this, they have, okay, they're sending automatic SMS. You think people don't know you're sending an automatic SMS from a software like Calendly? Like, they do. None of these automations, even though they're great and I use them and I encourage to use them and I build them for businesses every day, you don't rely on them, because if you do, you're losing. Because people know this is just an automation from a software. This doesn't build any credibility, doesn't build any respect or relationship with your potential lead. Okay? And it's not a proper reminder, proper follow up, or proper lead generation. It's just an automation. And more, I personally believe, more we're entering this era of AI and automations, less they're going to work. Everybody knows about ChatGPT now. You can't be copywriter anymore and say, well, I write this with my hands. Like, everybody will think you're using ChatGPT, for example, right? So you have to understand automations are great, but the reason you don't have enough attendance, low show up rate, or people didn't show up is because you rely only on them. I would say automations are probably 5% of the whole equation. So now you might say, well, what can I do in order to have a better attendance or higher show up rate on my masterclass, right? So there are several things I say you need to learn, right? But before I say what they are, I want to say something very important. Learning how to run ads is easy. Getting a lot of leads for very cheap with ads, it's easy. Getting 100 to 100 signups a week, 5,000 signups a week, I've done it all. It's a very easy thing. I have an ad agency. We run ads for millions of dollars for companies. And I can tell you, getting the leads is really, really easy for somebody like me. Like, I know how to build landing pages. I know how to write copy. I know how to do research. Getting the leads is the easy part of the equation. The hardest part of the equation, as we talk now, is from the moment somebody become a lead in your ecosystem to the moment they turn up for your masterclass. Like, this gap, like, this is the gap between building the whole system, the whole ecosystem, creating the ads, running the ads, get successful ads, get a winning ad, get a lead, cheap leads. And now this is how big the gap is from here to here in order to convert this lead into an attendancy, to make this lead show up for your masterclass. So this is where the most work is actually done. And we're going to talk about that now in shortly. So this part of your strategy, this part of your customer journey is the most important one. From the moment somebody becomes your lead to the moment they show up. So here in this space is where you build relationship, is where you can even get sales before even the masterclass begins. You can build anticipation. You can establish yourself as the expert to go to in this sphere or niche of yours. This is where all of this happens, and 99.90% of you guys avoid this, and you're just sitting and you're like, why nobody is showing up on my master classes? And I said, well, what have you done for your leads before the master class? And people are, what should I do? They just should show up. Do you know how valuable this master class is, Ivan? And I'm like, yeah, who cares? I don't care. So now when I clear this up, I told you, like, this is the most, this is not only for master classes. No matter which lead generation strategy you decide is the right one for your business, this is the part which is the hardest and most important, that you need to nail down. The moment somebody becomes a lead to the moment they show up for your masterclass, sales calls, and everything. The sales part is way easier than making somebody show up for that sales call. And everybody is like ignoring this, like, oh, the sales, I need to learn sales. I'm like, no, 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 you need to make sure people show up for your sales calls first. And that's not an easy task, right? So now let's get back to the main topic. And we said, after saying all these things, you're probably saying, okay, you're telling me all this stuff, Ivan. So what can I do? What should I actually do? What is the next action steps? Well, thank you for asking. So first, we're gonna go a bit broad. I'm gonna give you a broad answer, and then we're gonna like tell you exactly what you need to do. First thing, you need to learn proper lead generation. You need to learn proper lead generation. You have to like learn from somebody who knows and does this like every single day. Okay, automations are not lead generation. The other thing is you need to learn how to build anticipation for your live master classes. You need to learn how to build relationships with your leads before they turn up for your masterclass. Because if you succeed in this, like, your conversion rate is going to skyrocket, because you already are going to convince the person to give you the money if they like what they see on the masterclass, rather than driving a cold person to the masterclass and tell them, hey, if you like what you see, let me know. Very important. So these are the three main broad things you really have to learn. But now you're going to say, okay, now can you tell me actually what that means? And yeah, I will. So when I said you need to learn proper lead generation, what I mean in this specific case is you need to learn effective lead nurturing process that works. What is, now let's dive deep into it and say, what is effective nurturing, Ivan? So now I'm going to tell you what that is. Okay. So imagine you're running ads. Your ads are kicking ass. $1, $2 per lead. You nailed it. It's like leads coming from every side of the universe. But nobody's showing up, right? This is what happens. So the first thing I suggest is to run your masterclasses weekly. If you make me wait for 3 weeks for your masterclass, are you out of your mind? Like, I have kids, I have a wife, I have 2 businesses I run. You want me for 3 weeks to think about you? Like, are you out of your mind? Come on, you know? So I personally found the biggest success if you run them weekly. Every Thursday at 7 p.m., you run the masterclass, and you never change that, because you have 5 days to nurture everybody. And you have way higher probability people to show up on your masterclasses. They might have less people, but because of the frequency of your masterclasses, you're going to have more people showing up, right? Rather than have 100 leads in for 3 week masterclass that happens 3 weeks later and like 5 people show up, you better have 5 people every Thursday, right? Because you, by doing that, it's more fresh in the people's minds. So if the masterclass, if I see you're out and I sign up and the masterclass is tomorrow, it's way more likely me to show up than if it's 3 freaking weeks. You know, there's no way I will remember. Even if I do, nobody plans 3 weeks in advance what they're gonna do, and why should they give you their time? That's the first thing I would do. And I say you probably have on average 3 to 4 days to work on a lead. Depends when they sign up. Obviously, they can sign up the same day or day before, but on average, it's like 3 to 4 days to work on your lead and make sure they keep the interest you created with your amazing ad campaign and make sure they show up. And this is what happens now. This is how you do it. So as we said, you have a winning ad, an amazing ad, people going bananas, bonkers for it, and they sign up for your masterclass. And your CRM, your pipeline, pipe drive, whatever you're using, goes, boom, Ivan, you have a lead. Now automation kicks in. Okay, there is an email, there's automation, SMS going. It's like, oh, congratulations, Ivan, you just signed up for blah, 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 right? You have your lead. Always ask, this is a big one. Always ask for the phone number. Always. And I'm telling you this because if you're not somebody who spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising, if you're not capable of creating enough big volume so small show up rates actually mean something to you and can bring success, you shouldn't take advice from these people, because if they spend $1 million and they have 2% show up rate, they still can make a lot of money because this is a numbers game. You're talking here, if you're starting, if you have small ad budget, like you cannot just sit down and be happy with 2% show up rate, you know? Like you're not going to make money. Like how are you going to pay for everything, right? So you always ask for the name when you on your sign up form. You always ask for the name, the email, and the phone number. Always mandatory fields, all of them. So now the lead comes in. So what do? We said automation kicks in, email, SMS. Right away, I'm telling you that's going to do absolutely nothing for your show up rate, for your sales. Like even if you don't send them, you're not going to lose freaking anything. Oh, you're not going to lose anything. So this is what happened. Day one, which basically means the day you received the lead, right? You pick up your phone and you call the lead. And you always call twice, because 100% of the time, people will not answer their phone the first time. Because as we know, there's so much scammers, there's so much marketing people trying to sell them stuff. You're one of them, kind of. So they're not going to pick up the phone. So what you do, you have to call them twice. So this is how that goes. Pick up the phone, you call your lead, and if they don't pick up the first time, you call them again the second time. Hey, they're maybe in the bathroom the first time you called. So maybe the kid is crying in the other room, so they cannot answer the phone. So what you want to do is call twice. Now, the first thing that's going to happen here, the first thing we are going to talk is like, what happens if they don't pick up, right? I call twice, they don't pick up. So this is day one. So you call twice, and on the second time, you wait till the end, and most likely you're going to go into voicemail. You go into the voicemail and you say, hey, Ivan, this is George from, you say the name of the masterclass. Let's say the masterclass is Get Leads Fast. Okay, yeah, this is it. Hey Joe, hey Ivan, this is George from Get Leads Fast, the masterclass you just signed up for. I'm trying to call you so I can confirm your attendance and explain to you how this training can help you stop going door to door and get your life back. Our spaces for this training are limited, so please reach out to me when you can to confirm your attendance or you will miss it out. So I will try to call you again. Thanks, bye. So now this goes in a voicemail. But at the same time, you're picking up your phone and you write the exact same SMS. So basically, right away, you're telling to your lead, hey, I'm in business. We don't let anyone just randomly show up to the classes. We need to confirm your attendance because we have a small space and small availability for this class. And give me a second. Okay, we have a runny nose. Now, that happens. So now we're gonna go through the whole follow-up script without saying what if they answer, right? So now we go to day 2. So they didn't answer the voicemail. They didn't answer the SMS. Nothing. Day 2. You pick up your phone. You call your lead again. You ring twice. If they don't answer on the second time, it goes to voicemail, and you leave the following message. Hey, John, it's Ivan here from Get Leads Fast, the free masterclass you signed up yesterday. I've been trying to reach you since yesterday to confirm your attendance. If you're still interested in learning how to get clients for your business without going door to door, please reach out if you're still interested. Bye. You copy this and you send it as an SMS as well. They're not answering. Day 3. You pick up the phone, you call your leads twice. On the second call, it goes to voicemail. You're leaving the following message this time. Hey Ivan, it's John again from Get Leads Fast. I totally understand if it's not your priority now to stop going door to door to get clients and grow your business. Can you please let me know so I can remove you from my system and I do not need to follow up with you? I really do not want to bother you. Thank you. I appreciate you. This goes as a voicemail, and you write the exact same SMS and you send it into their phone. And you can do the same with an email. You can literally copy paste the same thing and send it as an email. So you're calling them, you're leaving a voicemail, you're sending an SMS, you're sending an email, personally written, right? So this is day 3. They're not answering again, right? We go to day 4. And this is my favorite one. And usually when I get to day 4, people start responding. It's day 4 and they're not answering. You pick up your freaking phone, you call your lead twice. It goes to voicemail the second time. They're still not answering. This is the voicemail you're leaving. Hey Ivan, it's John again. Have I done anything wrong? And you send it a voicemail. You copy that, you send it as an SMS. You copy that, you send it as a freaking email. And look what happens. Look what happens. Let's say they're still not answering, right? From this moment on, so basically after day 4, you just keep on calling and calling every day only. Your job is to get this lead answer their phone and talk to you, or to tell you to frig off. Simple as that. You're not sending any more SMS, you're not sending any more voicemails. After day, so basically from day 5 and on go, you just call twice every single day. These are your leads. And you call every single day, let's say for 2 weeks. And after that, you can try to call them once a week. Then after that, you can try to call them once a month, but you never stop doing it because sometimes people are just not ready right now. And that's why they're not answering. But 6 months down the road, they might be ready to give you their money. And I like that happens to me all the time. This is why I do these trainings because I know you're not ready and you don't trust me yet until you see I'm the right person for your business. But now you might say, all right, Ivan, but what happens if they answer the phone? Oh, this is where it gets funky. Now, let's go say we're back at day 1. You're ringing the first time, they're not answering. You're ringing the second time, and they answer the phone. Boom. And they say, so this is what's going to happen. They're going to be confused and they're going to say, who's calling me? Why are you calling me? Etc. All the negativity, they just going to basically come up armed with the big guns to protect themselves on that phone call. And your job immediately is to unarm them, to make them put their guard down and show them that you're actually a friend and you're actually here to talk to them and see if this is really the right fit for them. Your job is, as I said, is to disarm them so they don't feel like that. Now, after doing this for years and done thousands and thousands and thousands of these calls, you have to understand that once they pick up the phone, you probably have 3 to 5 seconds to remind them properly who you are and why you're calling. Instead of going, hey, John, how are you? How are you today? What have you been doing? Like, you don't do that. That doesn't work. They'll be like, basically, who the fuck are you? You know? So, what you want to do in your first freaking sentence, once they pick up the phone, you go, hey, Ivan, this is John from name of your masterclass. Again, hi, Ivan, this is John from Get Leads Fast, the masterclass you just sign up for. So I'm right away telling him, like, hey, this is what you sign up for. I'm the guy running the show. Do you remember? And they can say, what did I sign up for? I don't know. I didn't sign up for anything. It's like, yeah, you did. For this lead generation too, you just saw the ad. So that's why you want to call them as soon as possible, like an hour, 2 hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes after they become a lead, not 3 days later. They're not gonna remember. And then you continue the conversation in the following fashion. I'm calling you so I can confirm your attendance and explain to you how valuable this free masterclass can be for your business. Can you tell me more about what kind of business are you doing right now? So now you're like not telling them, hey, you need to come. You're disarming them by telling them, like, hey, this might not be even for you. So we're calling you to confirm your attendance if you're still interested and to see what kind of business are you, so I can actually tell you if this is for you or it is not. Can we actually help you on this masterclass or can we not help you on this masterclass? So basically putting all the guard down. And you also tell them, like, I'm here to explain you how this masterclass, what is it about, and if it can actually help you. And after they say, oh, yeah, okay, cool. I'm roofing. I do roofs, for example. Or I'm an electrician. Or I'm a coach who sells social media and stuff. Okay, fantastic. Then this is definitely for you. So you're still interested to attend this because it's really going to be mind-blowing? They say, yes. Okay. Now you continue the conversation. This conversation usually should be between 15 and 20 minutes. Your job in these 20 minutes is to make yourself likable. You need to make these people like you, or they're not going to show up and they will never give you their money. Because remember, people buy people. They don't buy products and offers. They buy you. They need to buy into you. So on this call is where you After this, after the initial part of the conversation, you continue the conversation in your own fashion, and you try to build relationship with this person. Where are you based? What kind of a business? What have you tried so far? You find about their business. You can ask, what is the bigger problem at the moment? Give them, then you move into giving them a full explanation. You need to have this printed over you. What is this masterclass going to be about? Okay, first we're going to talk about that, and that actually going to and now you're using the information they provided you about their business to kind of pitch them the masterclass. You say, well, the first part of the masterclass, we're going to teach you how to stop going door to door to get leads for your electrician business or your social media business. On part two of the masterclass, then we're going to talk about how to convert these leads into raging fans. And it's going to help your social media. So you use this part, you have to explain them the whole masterclass. You have to build that anticipation. You have to say the things they really want to hear. They need to hear from you that on this masterclass, you're going to offer them the solutions they really, 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 really need. Or they're not going to show up. Simple as that. Or you can rely on automations that don't really, really work. Then you can slowly go towards the finish of the conversations, and you can give them a few very good reasons that are based on what they were saying before, why they cannot miss this masterclass. And also, if you have a Facebook group to nurture your leads, like I have, like this group, are you watching this? Is very, it's another tool to keep your leads engaged before they show up. Build more expertise, because in this Facebook group or mobile app or whatever you want to use, or a Slack channel, or I don't know, private Instagram account, is where you can establish credibility and demonstrate your expertise on the best possible high level before they show up on your masterclass. And this is freaking crucial, right? But if you do that in the end of the call, which I believe you should, you invite them to join your group, and you stay on the call until you add them to the group and you see they accepted it. Or if it's a mobile app or a Slack channel, like stay on the call and say, hey, I can't wait to see you on Thursday. It's gonna be amazing. Now, you tell me, what do you think the show up rate for your masterclass will be if you follow this proper lead generation strategy, which is all everybody who's been doing this for a long time understand very, very well. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to tell you, it's going to skyrocket. If it's not week one, like in several weeks, you're going to get so good. And the other thing, what's going to happen, because you do it on weekly basis, you're going to be repeating this sales course, you're going to be repeating this this script to build that anticipation and raging fans, and make people really, really want to show up for your class. You're going to get so good at it. So better you become at this lead generation system, better you become better you become on the phone, better you become at presenting what they're going to miss if they don't show up, better you become and demonstrating expertise with this script, if I can call it, more and higher your attendance rate on the master class is going to be. Now, is you're not, by doing this, you're not just going to increase the attendance of your master class, you're going to rank really, really high on the pedestal of success in these people's mind. Remember what I say in the beginning, these guys are getting 10,000 leads who sell the same shit as you do. How many of these gurus are going to contact them and do exactly what I told you? Probably 0.1%. So you, once you start doing that, you are really positioning yourself at the highest possible level in their decision making. Like, who are they going to choose to give half an hour of their free time? Is it going to be you, or is it going to be some random fella from somewhere who just sent them an email? So think about it. Like, how would you feel if that happened with you? And becoming good in this on the phone and this script is not an easy task. You need to do it repeatedly. That's why I suggest you do it on a weekly basis, so you can build up the routine and you can become good at it. Better you become, higher show up rate, and the most important part, everybody that's going to be on the masterclass will be high informed lead. These people are not going to be strangers anymore. These people are not going to come with their camera turned off, not saying a word. These people are going to come ready to engage. These people are going to come with questions ready for the live Q&A in the end part of your masterclass. These people, many of them already made the decision to buy from you if they like what they saw on the masterclass. And I cannot explain you how important and powerful this actually is. And anyone who says you don't need to do any of this are full of shit. Sorry about my language, but I built two businesses doing this, being broke from my bedroom. But I care about every single person I ever work with. And I hope so. This is really, really going to help you. Now we're going to move to the next topic. And the next topic is pre masterclass sales strategy. So now that we said you're doing this free call, you're calling your leads, right? You're doing these calls to make sure to confirm their attendance. You're following the script. But what also going to happen many times is people are going to say, yeah, but what is it after? What are you selling, right? So advice number one in this case is to never tell them, because they're at this right moment, they're just like trying to find out if it's cheap enough or something. They don't really care. You can say, well, we still don't, like, I cannot tell you what it is before I have this conversation with you and see if this is actually for you. And I'm gonna demonstrate you even now on the call what are we going to coach, and we're gonna decide together if you want to attend into the masterclass and if this actually can help your business. So then we can talk about what's next, because we don't just sell a product. Like we have we do personalized approach to everybody. But if you really want to know what do we do and how do we work, I can book you for a call for tomorrow, because I have another call now in 3 minutes. So you can say, yeah, in 3 minutes I have to call another lead, or 10 minutes I need to call. So I don't really have time and I'm not prepared to show you that. I just wanted to confirm your attendance. So very, very important. And if they say yes, you book them on a sales call. So you see, there is an option to book people on a sales calls and sell to them even before they show up for the masterclass by doing this. Because remember, the ads and the masterclass are only a tool to start conversation. That's it. It's not their job to make you money. The ads buy the attention and drive the traffic. Masterclass, the only thing that the masterclass does, it is a conversation starter. You use the masterclass so you can start a conversation with your lead. You say, hey, it's Ivan from the masterclass. That's better than going, hi, Ivan. I spontaneously saw your Instagram account, and I really intrigued me. So I said, let me send him a DM. How is business going? How is social media? Like, that's fucking bullshit, you know? Like, that's called DMing and stuff. That's why you have the ads, and that's why you have the masterclass, because you're smarter than people who teach cold DMs and cold calls. So what you do is you use the masterclass so you can have easy conversation starters with people, right? It's so much easier to talk with somebody who show interest in what you're saying even before start talking to them. It's very important to do these calls. As I said, if they asking what is after, you can invite them for a sales call. If somebody, when you call them, this has happened very often to me as well. When you call them, they are at the right place. So you don't want them, if they're driving, if they're outside, if they're at work, or if they're on their lunch break, there's no way you can close a deal. You know, it has to be in a controlled environment when they have a good internet, there is a silence, they have enough time. So you don't want to do sales calls now. Like you, these calls are 15 minutes. You cannot get the deal. They're not going to give you the money. Deal with that. But if somebody sounds very like, oh yes, I've been trying, I spent $50,000 so far on coaching and nothing works, for freak's sake. And I saw your ad, and this sounds very, very interesting. But I know the masterclass is not going to give me all the information. I know that there's some coaching, like how does that work, and then you can say, oh, fantastic, like, hey, like I can book you, like I actually have free time in an hour or 2 hours. So, well, are you available tonight at 7? So I can come up and show you like all the things we do. I can show you what we did for our clients and how they grew their and scale their business. And you can book sales calls. Like you haven't even done the masterclass, you're already booking sales calls. And even if they don't book a sales call, as we say, they're gonna come very informed and prepared with a lot of excitement about your masterclass. Very important, guys. And now the last topic is how to do proper how to build and manage a proper pipeline of leads. So all of this I mentioned will be impossible if you don't have the highest level of organization in your business. So that's why in the free training I have there a whole freaking training about CRM. I give you a free CRM system to manage your leads. And people will say, well, I can do it without it. No, you cannot. Most, if you decide to work with me, I can probably in very short time be able to drive you leads for $2, $3. And if we're selling, I can for probably $100 a day, I can give you 50, 60 leads. Sorry about that. 50, 60 leads a day. Think you can manage 50, 60 leads without a proper system? There's no way. None of this will be possible if you don't have a proper pipeline. I build one for free in Notion in the free training, or you can use a professional one like I use. Uh, I use Pipedrive, Salesforce, HubSpot, whatever really works for you. And you must learn how to manage a proper pipeline, or you're going to fail. Now, what that means? That means that you must document every interaction with every lead. Every single one of these softwares has an amazing tools to document every interaction. And after every an interaction also means when they don't pick up the phone, which date did you send the voicemail? What voicemails did you send? What SMS did you send? What email did you send? And then what is very important, all these softwares allow you to set up follow-up reminders where you go to your pipeline, and as soon as you document the interaction with the lead, right away you say, okay, I need to follow up on Wednesday at 7 p.m. and I need to give them a call, or I need to send them a PDF, or I need to do that. You can schedule that. So your pipeline software is giving you a reminder of the day. Hey, today you need to send the PDF to John, or you need to send a voicemail, an SMS that says, etc., 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 to Ivan. And this, you need a proper system that can have this reminder. So you don't come today and you're like, I don't know what do I need to do with who. Like you're lost. It's just not going to freaking work. Like you're gonna be like totally completely lost. So you must use a CRM system. As I mentioned, I made one for free in Notion. And remember, guys, follow up is key. And this is the best system to do that. I've tried freaking everything. And the people who follow this have success sooner or later. And people who ignore this, they just say ads don't work, master classes are dead, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is not for lazy people. So if you just want to sit down and do nothing, is not going to work any strategy on the internet, because building relationship is a skill. Building relationship with your prospects is the ultimate skill. Once you become good at it, success will follow. So that's why I really, really hope this training, probably is one of the longest one I've done, is really going to help you. Watch it 100 times and start implementing stuff. And If you want to learn how to set up your business for success, how to drive leads with ads, how to stop spending endless hours on social media trying to make videos and hope that you're going to go viral once sometimes so you can get some clients. There is a better way to get leads tomorrow and to spend your time actually on making money and building your business rather than dancing on social media and pointing on fingers. So if you want to learn, I just opened my Ads Millionaire program where you can book a free assessment call where we're gonna meet, have a friendly chat. This is not a sales call. We're gonna talk about where are you in your business right now, what are your objectives for your business, which issues are you facing, and we can actually see if it can in my program can actually help you, which I believe it can. Everybody that's really to work hard, and this program is all fully built for you. We build your whole business for you. We teach you how to manage it. I teach you how to scale it, how to run the ads, how to make like it's a total game changer, right? It's all done for you. So if you want to have a chat about that, find the link somewhere here, book a call with me or my team, and we're gonna get back to you and see if we are the perfect fit for another. Again, this is not a sales call. We're gonna try to help you. So it was pleasure to have you here again, and I really, really hope this training helps you to have success with your master classes and your coaching or freelancing business. See you next time.